It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM. Our conversation with Anna Frank from First Commonwealth Bank is brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. We get her on here from time to time. Of course, First Commonwealth Bank is the title sponsor of Indiana in the Morning. Seems only appropriate, Anna, that you're with us. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Wonderful. Good to have you with us here today. It happens at this time every year, isn't it? It's say it again, Financial Literacy Week?
Close.
Close?
America Saves Week.
So that wasn't close at all. That was nowhere near close.
Well, we have a lot of financial literacy happening in America Saves Week, so
Yeah,
you were
okay.
definitely on the right track.
Okay, I was in the neighborhood.
Yes.
I was a street or two up, but at least I was in the right neighborhood.
Absolutely.
All right, so America Saves Week, which is an opportunity really to talk about the importance of saving money.
Yes, it actually started all the way back in 2007. So America Saves Week is a national initiative. It's always celebrated in the last week in February. And basically, because, of course, as a community bank, we very much care about people saving and how much peace of mind that brings, we are a very enthusiastic participant in this week every single year.
Sure. Now, it starts young, doesn't it? The ability to save money actually begins right from the very beginning of life.
Oh, my goodness, absolutely. One of my favorite financial education classes to teach is Sunny Money Town, where we go and teach kids as young as pre-K all about the Sunny Money Town neighbors, all the coins, how much they're worth, but most importantly, that savings habit. It is one of the biggest favors you can do yourself, and certainly your kids too, is to get in the savings habit as soon as you can.
Yeah, I would guess that if you're not in the habit of saving money, the older you get, the more you get in the habit of spending money freely and maybe too freely.
Yeah, and that can just lead to all kinds of stress. One of my favorite things about savings, and I love it dearly, of course, is it just brings peace of mind. So approximately 60% of Americans have less than $400 in their savings account. So think about that. You need new tires. Where's that money going to come from? And oftentimes then people need to rely on credit for that. And just knowing that you can weather even a smaller emergency without having to worry about where the money is coming from really does a whole lot to make you just more financially confident.
You know, it's funny you say that and you use that example because just this morning I spent $360 on tires for my son's car.
Oh, my.
After spending $360 on 2 other tires for his car last week. So 4 new tires in the last couple of weeks. And
Yeah.
If you don't have the money at hand
Right.
and haven't saved ahead of time that you could do something like that, which is an emergency situation,
Sure.
then those $360 tires are going to cost you much more than $360.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the other side of saving is, of course, it just allows you to meet some other financial goals. So yes, it is important to have the emergency fund, but it can be even more fun and, quite frankly, more motivating to save for something fun. So what does fun look like? It can be a vacation. It can be just a day at the amusement park with your kids. It can be a special treat. It can be a great dinner. So when people ask me why should I save, of course, savings for emergency that's like eating your vegetables. But boy, isn't it nice to look forward to dessert. So I really encourage people to find something that just makes them smile if they think about it, and think if even a little bit of money can help them enjoy that guilt-free.
Sure.
And just know that they've really put in the work, and now it's time to eat the cake.
I like that analogy. I like that a lot. When you get up in years and you're getting toward the end of your work life, of course, you want to be sure that you're ready for retirement and that you have the money that is going to enable you to do that. Whether that money is built through a lifetime of savings in your savings account, your traditional accounts, or you've done something special with 401ks or IRAs or some other savings plan, it really does take a load off your mind to enter into retirement knowing that that you've prepared for it.
Oh, absolutely. Talk about peace of mind, right?
Yeah.
That is probably the biggest savings goal that we are all going to work towards as we get closer and closer to it. And oftentimes people, again, can be discouraged. And I've never met an adult that said, oh boy, I'm so glad I waited until I started saving. What do they all say, myself included? Oh, if only I had known, right? So, but at that point, the flip side of that is it's never too late. I always say, are you retiring tomorrow? Well, then if you're not, well, congratulations, you still have time to save.
You still have time.
So no matter where you are in your savings journey, whether you have been in this habit for decades, or if it's just kind of one of those things that you always think in the back of your mind, maybe I should make some progress, this is a great time to think about it. And one of the really cool things about America Saves is there is a pledge that you can take. It's a super simple online pledge. You go to americasaves.org, and you'll see a big button there that says Take the Pledge. So what this pledge does is it helps people put this good intent into action, because it's like going to the gym. We all know we should do it. But once we really get intentional with a plan, then we have a much, much higher likelihood of meeting our goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so take us through some of the basics. What are things that folks need to know about saving money, the importance of saving money, and how to save money?
So again, saving can help you just become more financially confident and feel less stressed. Something we can all aspire to, right? So how to save money? The number one thing that people tell me is like, oh boy, I'd love to save, but where is this magic savings money going to come from, right? We all make our dollar stretch. Prices go up. Income doesn't always go up to keep match. And there's, quite frankly, lots of things we want and need today. So when it comes to saving, people might think like, well, that's a great idea, but I just don't have the money. To that I say, well, do you know exactly where your money is going? Ironically speaking, my number one savings tip has nothing to do with savings to start with. It has to do with, well, get a really clear, honest look at where your money is going.
Okay.
And sometimes people don't want to track their spending because they think, oh my gosh, I don't even want to know. Like ignorance is bliss type of thing. So I encourage people to just take an honest look at their spending and no shame, no blame. Just look at the information and then find a one or two small conveniences maybe that you're paying for, and just start cutting back on that.
Okay.
So you don't have to make a whole-scale change. It's not eating carrots for the rest of your life if you're trying to lose weight, right? Just find a cookie here or there that you can cut back on. So are you paying for parking when you can walk a little further? Or are you hitting the vending machine often? Or are you not packing your lunch as often as you should?
Look at your TV plan to see if you're actually watching all those shows.
Absolutely, absolutely. You might have subscribed to a streaming service a while ago, but when's the last time you really, really enjoyed it? So find small and manageable changes to make, and just over time, it really will add up.
All right. Anna Frank with us from First Commonwealth Bank. We're talking about America Saves Week. So resources that are out there to help us learn more about saving and to motivate us to. I'm sure there are plenty. I'm sure First Commonwealth has some.
Yes, absolutely. So this week we are on Friday, actually, this coming Friday, we're inviting everybody to stop by into any of our Indiana locations and also our Homer City location and participate in the America Saves Week Savings Extravaganza. Yay, thank you. That's exactly the response I was hoping for.
Really? Woohoo.
So the Savings Extravaganza just means you come in, you grab a snack. We're going to have lots of great savings tools there. There's even a fun savings trivia game that people can play and win fabulous prizes.
There you go.
Of course, we always offer community workshops as well, and I encourage people to get a hold of me, and certainly to go to our website, www.fcbanking.com, for a ton of online resources as well.
There you go. Anna, thank you so much for coming in to tell us all about it.
It's my pleasure, as always.
They are the title sponsor here of Indiana in the Morning and have been for a very, very, very long time. They are, of course, First Commonwealth Bank. Anna Frank, thank you.
Thank you.
It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS AM 1160, 101.1 FM.